And I want to say to you today that sometimes His preparation comes packaged as pain. He doesn't give you pain, but He'll use your pain to prepare you so that you can get that kick through sense of purpose, push on despite the pain kind of endurance. I don't know about you, but the story of Simon Peter always makes me feel better about myself. It's like if I could have a friend like Simon Peter, I'm actually a good guy. The story of Simon Peter was that he couldn't get anything right. How many of you feel like that? Sometimes there's this little glimmer on the horizon that maybe, just maybe today I'm going to get something right. And then before I know it, I've actually spoken it out of coming right myself, and I'm actually something's right's worst enemy. I don't even shoot myself in the foot. I amputate my feet before I can even shoot them. At least shooting myself in the foot, I would have aimed right. But Peter, he couldn't get anything right. Have a look. Jesus had to say to him when He was talking about the resurrected life. Think about it. When Jesus was talking to Peter about living the resurrected life, on the third day I will raise from the dead, Peter had to be told, get behind me, get behind me, Satan. Like, can you imagine Jesus looking at you saying, listen, shut up, dude, get behind me. You're talking garbage. I want to say sometimes those conversations in my mind, I wish Jesus would just say, shut up, you're talking garbage. And then in the garden, He says, hey, stay awake for me, Peter. And Peter just cuts logs. He's sleeping, he's snoring. He's in la la land. And then Jesus gets arrested. And He has to whip out His sword and show how wonderful He is. Don Quixote. And Jesus goes, what are you doing, Peter? I've got to do another supernatural act to cover your ignorance. And then in Luke chapter 22, Peter denies Jesus 3 times as Jesus looks on. I want to say to you, as Jesus looks on, have a look at Luke chapter 22, 61 to 62. The Lord turned, Jesus turned, and Scripture says He looked straight at Peter. Can you imagine as they caught eyes in this moment? Then Peter remembered the word to the Lord had spoken to him. Before the rooster crows today, you will disown me 3 times. With our eyes fixed on Jesus, we still do pieces of stupid. How many of you know that if we don't have the full plethora of a resurrected life, we sometimes can keep our eyes fixed on Jesus and all we feel from Him is guilt, shame, and condemnation. And that's not what Jesus is giving out. It's what we're receiving. And then we use that as an excuse to say, you see, I have no purpose. And then we, like Peter, as that scripture ends, we go outside and we weep bitterly. Don't just look at life from a perspective of pain. Here's what I've lost. Here's what hurts. Here's what's not fair. See your pain from a perspective of purpose.